In today's video, we must pay tribute to current Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion Jay Briscoe, real name Jamin Pugh, who has sadly passed away at the age of 38, this following a car accident in Laurel, Delaware last night. The news was first revealed by AEW and ROH owner Tony Khan, who took to Twitter to say, "Sadly, Jamin Pugh has passed away. Known to fans as Jay Briscoe, he was a star of ROH for over 20 years, from the first show until today. Jay and his brother Mark dominated ROH, reigning as champions to this day. We'll do whatever we can to support his family. Rest in peace, Jamin." According to local news outlet The Shaw News Beacon, the accident occurred on Laurel Road in the area of Little Hill Road, with multiple calls reporting that 4 people were trapped in their vehicles. First responders then arrived on the scene at around 5:18 p.m, confirming entrapment and a fire. At roughly 5:29 p.m, it was announced that there was 1 critical patient and a second serious patient at the scene, before there was later confirmed to be 2 adult fatalities and 2 critical patients being transferred to a nearby hospital. The Laurel School District would later announce that their schools will be closed today on Wednesday due to the tragedy, and they would take to their Facebook to say, "Due to an unthinkable tragedy in our community this evening, the Laurel School District will be closed tomorrow, Wednesday, January 18th, 2023. Schools will reopen on Thursday. Please keep the Pugh family in your thoughts and prayers." Before we get to more on the accident itself, the wrestling world would react with shock over the news, with messages filling social media from Jay's friends, colleagues and fans alike, highlighting the impact he had on pro wrestling as a whole. Former ROH owner Carrie Silken would simply write, "I lost one of my kids and the world lost a great man. Rest in peace." Ring of Honor announcer Bobby Cruz would highlight the family man that Jay was and said, "I don't ever remember seeing Jamin and not smiling myself. One of my absolute favorites. 500% genuine and such a family man. I sat there for 20 years and witnessed greatness I will never forget. Jay Briscoe was awesome and Jamin was one of a kind." ROH talent Veda Scott would echo a similar sentiment, noting the force of love that she felt when the Briscoe family were around, and said, "If you've ever been to a show or locker room with the Briscoe family in attendance, you know they are a force of nature and so obviously bound by love. Every single thought should be with them tonight." Former WWE champion and current chief content officer Triple H would leave a message of his admiration for Jay's work on Twitter, this following a tribute during the live broadcast of NXT television, and he would say, "An incredible performer who created a deep connection with wrestling fans across the globe. My condolences to the family and friends of Jay Briscoe." According to a report from John Pollock of Post Wrestling, a segment was cut from last night's episode of NXT, this following the news of Jay Briscoe's passing, with NXT Tag Team Champions The New Day, who appeared on the show wearing suits, originally in line to host a funeral segment for Pretty Deadly's title shot, but the segment was scrapped by Shawn Michaels for obvious reasons, with HBK instead calling for the NXT commentary team to pay tribute to Jamin. Now going back to the tributes on social media, former WWE champion Big E would reveal that he studied the Briscoes' work, with him of course regularly wrestling in tag team action alongside Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston of The New Day, and he would write, "We certainly studied and borrowed from the Briscoe brothers. They have left an indelible mark on tag team wrestling. I was blown away by the trilogy with FTR. My deepest condolences to Jay Briscoe's loved ones." Former ROH colleague and current AEW star Adam Cole would share the importance Jay Briscoe played in helping him in his career and said, "I don't know what my life would be like without Jay Briscoe in it, and I don't want to know. You believed in me, you helped me, you treated me like family. There will never be another like you. I am so grateful to have known a man like you. I love you, Jay." Former WWE Universal Champion Seth Rollins shared a similar experience, noting that Jay was pivotal to his career during his time as Tyler Black in Ring of Honor, and he would say, "Being in the ring with Jay Briscoe got me my first ROH contract. He and Mark being so selfless helped Jimmy Jacobs and I find our footing as Age of the Fall. Without him, I don't know if Tyler Black could ever have been Seth Rollins. After I signed with WWE, Jay would come to the Salisbury house shows to drink beer and hoot and holler. He loved the business and he was a great human and friend. Bigger than that, he was an absolutely adorable father and husband. Jay was one of those people who was always legitimately happy to see ya. He had a twinkle in his eye and a hug waiting for me no matter how long we went without seeing each other. I'm crushed knowing that warmth is gone. My thoughts are with his family and friends. He was special." Another former star of Ring of Honor, Sami Zayn, formerly El Generico, would take to Twitter to stress the importance the Briscoes played in his career, something we continue to hear from many of the promotion's former stars that went on to become some of the biggest names in the business. And Sami would say, "I don't have the words right now to properly convey my sorrow. I love Jay and Mark Briscoe. Always have. I wouldn't be here without them. I'm very lucky to have shared the ring and shared so many laughs with Jay Briscoe, and I'm so sad to know neither will happen again. Rest in peace, my friend." We have yet to hear from Jay's brother Mark Briscoe, although Jay would share a photo of the pair together just hours before the crash, with Jay showing off his new hat to celebrate becoming a 13-time Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion at Final Battle in December. A key message worth highlighting came from independent wrestler Effie, who would take to Twitter to dispel some myths and wrote, "Jay Briscoe showed me respect and love when everyone told me he wouldn't. If you knew Jay, you knew he would uplift everyone in that locker room regardless of whatever world they came to wrestling from. The best, rest easy, brother." It's important to say that Jay's legacy is remembered not only for the man that he became, but for his place in the history books as one of the true greats of his generation, and one of the cornerstones of arguably the most important wrestling promotion of the modern era, Ring of Honor. As a 2-time ROH World Champion and 13-time ROH World Tag Team Champion, Jay, alongside or sometimes opposite his brother Mark, is laced throughout the entirety of Ring of Honor's history books, showing why he was granted a spot in the company's first ever Hall of Fame class. As a team, Dem Boys won gold all across the world for promotions such as Impact Wrestling, GCW, CZW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and the list goes on, with their incredible storytelling ability and believable character work making them one of the most recognized duos in the business. The Briscoe brothers' recent trilogy with FTR was the epitome of what tag team wrestling can and should be, and a clear sign that Jay was still one of the very best in-ring talents on the planet until his very final day. As for the rest of the other people in the car, it's currently unknown who the other adult death was. However, we do know the 2 critical patients that were taken to hospital are Jay's daughters, Gracie, who has suffered a serious back injury, as well as Jaylee, who is now stable. Jay's wife Ashley would make a public Facebook post to provide an update on the situation, debunking suspicions that she was the other victim in the car, and she would say, "Gracie is on her way into surgery on her back. Jamin would want the whole world praying for his little girl. We believe in the power of prayer. Pray for the doctors and everyone working on her. Pray for her precious legs to move again. Pray for Jaylee, who has some pretty serious injuries, but is stable and resting. Pray for Gannon waiting at home. Pray for strength for all of us. We have a long, long road ahead of us." As fans of the Briscoes, we must now keep Jay's wife and little girls in our thoughts and prayers and hope that they can be reunited fully healthy and recovered. We can likely expect to see more tributes paid to Jay Briscoe on AEW Dynamite tonight, as well as on multiple other wrestling shows in the coming weeks, as the wrestling world continues to mourn the loss of a great family man. Rest in peace, Jay Briscoe.